shop.
Well, this is the story of Susie's Suzuki, the GS550. We're guessing around the 77 or 78 model. It's a 78.
There you go.
Metzler tires.
77.
77.
It's all good.
So what happened is, we have this friend Woody that we lost, but she was just an icon in the motorcycling community. And she used to ride her BMW, which was a 73/5, I think, or 75/5, down from Boston to Daytona Beach Bike Week. Every year she would ride that bike down. And then she started getting a little more ill, and she wasn't going to cash in her chips, so she got this bike and left it at a dear mutual friend's in Florida. But at the time, we were working for Kawasaki, or riders at Kawasaki, at the big demo tent, and we'd put on all sorts of rides for our Kawasaki riders, and she'd come and help us guide the rides on Susie. And nobody cared, because everybody just loved Woody. And if she didn't show up, they'd all get worried, when is she coming? When is she coming? So now she's all over the world. Her ashes have been spread literally all over the world, all over Europe, New Zealand, I can't even tell you how many places. She's got shot out of a potato gun in the Alaska Yukon Klondike River, and we kind of look at this bike as pretty special, and whoever gets it is riding, taking her bike on and keeping her legacy alive. So Woody, we hope this bike serves someone well. You would be proud to keep seeing it on the road. You will be proud to see it on.
It came from Amherst Suzuki in Nashua, New Hampshire. It's all good. We'll see if we can get her going. And here's a really cool decal.
What was the club? The name of the club?
Moving Violations.
Out of
Boston.
Before and after cleanup, and probably do the gas tanks and the carburetors, and
It's got a kick.
see if we can do something with that front fender. Maybe find another one for it. And this bike belonged to Woody, so we're gonna S100 it down here. You can see it's totally filthy. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna spray it down with the S100 like this everywhere we can, and then we're going to take a little SOS to the aluminum and a little bit SOS to the chrome and see what it looks like. The S100 will definitely eat everything up, get rid of this rust to a certain degree, after with a little bit of SOS too. So we're gonna let this soak for about an hour, and since the sun's not out, and see where we go. Okay, this is Woody's GS550. We're getting it going a little bit more than it was. Use the S100 on it. If this doesn't make you believe right S100, I don't know what will. This is clean, very clean. So we're gonna start on it. We're gonna get some stuff together. The first thing we did was, when we first got it, we noticed that the tail light was taped on it. So what happens, sometimes they over tighten them and everything. So this has been sitting around, so I had a tape. So what we've done is we've had another brand new lens just laying around actually. And see how the holes here, if you go inside, you can see a little lip in the hole. Well, they over tightened these, and now you can see the bigger hole here. So this was a good thing we had that. So we're gonna start cleaning it up a little bit. We're gonna dry her off and see how it looks, and maybe put a little wax here and there on it, and we're gonna start gathering up some parts, and this should be a good one. Okay, thanks. Okay, this is our 1977 Suzuki GS550 that was owned by Woody. We brought it back to life. Seems to run pretty good. We're selling it as is, but we kind of cleaned it up and got it serviced up. And here's Kenny, and he'll tell you exactly what he did to the motorcycle.
Yeah, pretty much got it roadworthy. We put a new master cylinder on the front, rebuilt the front caliper, changed the oil and filter, new spark plugs, new battery. Let me look at my list so I don't forget anything. Speedometer cable and carburetor overhaul. It runs real good. John, you can start it if you like.
Okay. Tires look like they're okay. Seat is a little bit gooned here. It's been taped up. And Kenny said that the seat lock didn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't move the little lever under there for one reason or another. So what I've been doing is just gently open it like that.
Okay.
Got an original toolkit in a leather pouch.
Okay. Got a little bit extra hardware down there and stuff too. And
You know that was it.
so we're going to fire it up and run it down the driveway and see how it looks. And we're going to go from there. Signals are working.
Yep.
Although it's not a Kawasaki, it's still a nice little collectible bike. This would be great transportation. It's got 27,000 miles. It's got a new front brake master cylinder on it. Now, one thing we don't have is we don't have a front brake switch. The switch for the front brake master cylinder is not hooked up. Originally from Kawasaki, this is a reproduction master cylinder that was meant for the Kawasaki, but it has the hydraulic switch applications where Suzuki had the wires coming out of the harness. So there is no front brake light switch or front brake stop light, or you want to call
The
it.
brake light works, but only when you use the rear brake.
Okay, and that we may have another mirror for it. We're not sure, but I think we may. So this is being sold as is. I believe we're going to put it on eBay for sale and possibly low-cost shipping on request. Okay, thanks a lot.